Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Nix. We just finished the game Teke Teke by Nix Tales, which is kind of funny because of my name. Um I've played Nix Tales two other games. I think they have two other games. They also do have a third one that came out like very recently that I haven't played yet. So we're going to play through it. But I think this was one of their first games, and I have to say I think they have improved a lot as a developer since this game because it's like night and day. Sorry. Um, so in general for this game, what I feel like is this is definitely unpolished. And that's the reason why I wanted to mention that Nick's Tales has, as a developer, really improved a lot since this game. Because like when I'm looking at this game, the controls. If you look at the mechanics first, the controls WASD, no issues there. Then you have the E to interact, and then you have I for inventory, which genuinely makes really good sense. Like it makes sense having I as inventory. The problem that I feel with that is that in some situations when you need to open your inventory, it's quite far away to open it. Like you like I genuinely have to physically move my hand to get into the I to get to the I button. So because of that, I feel like it would have been nice to be able to I don't know, can you? I don't know. No, you can't. It would have been nice to be able to it would have been nice to be able to go in and like change keybinds to like tab, for example. That would have been so much easier. I think tab as open inventory would have been much easier and made I don't want to say it made more sense, but it would have been better. That's because I feel like because you do have to think you have to pick up things from your inventory, right? And you have to use them from your inventory. And having to physically move my hand makes it a little bit clunky. Not a huge deal, honestly. But I think that could have been an improvement. In the same way, like I feel like the walking speed is quite slow, which was quite frustrating at times. Where I kind of especially in the beginning, where I would have wanted to be able to, because like in the first couple of scenes, you are able to run with the stamina bar, and I think that's perfectly fine. And then there's a section in the middle where you can't do that. You have to like walk really slow, which is quite frustrating. And then after that, you are able to use the run again with the stamina. So like I don't understand why you in the middle section weren't able to use your stamina. And I've done all three endings: the neutral, the bad, and the good ending. And this is true for all three endings. So this is probably a purposeful decision. And I'm questioning why that, because like there is certain situations where you actually just have to walk in a straight line, and it doesn't make sense that you have to walk that slow. I would have wanted to have the stamina or be able to walk faster. And then there is one last thing with regards to mechanics that I feel was a little bit off. It was that to use something from your inventory, you first have to physically move your hand and press I. After that, you need to click on the item and then you need to click on use. And then after that, you will have to press E to use it on whatever you want to use it on. So I think that mechanic was a little bit like, from a UX perspective, and for you who don't know, UX means user experience. So from a user experience perspective, I felt like that was a lot of clicks and a lot of unnecessary ways to be able to do something. Like what if you could have implemented, because there is one time when you need to combine something, and I think that's why you have that combine/use menu, that when you click on an item, it would have been nice if you could click on an item and then click on whoever you want to combine it with. Or for example, if you double click on an item, then you use it and then you can press E to use it in the game or stuff. Like something to make it a little bit easier for the user. I think that would have been really good. Story-wise, I don't see any issues with the story. I think it's kind of fun. Or like the stories is kind of interesting. Like you have an Onryo that is hunting you, or a demon that is hunting you, which is kind of like, it's just like that one is kind of nice to know that there's something like you will later discover that it is a lady that got hit by a train, I think. But it's also kind of uncertain because there's two different stories. One where there was a lady who fell in front of a train and died, and then there's one like with a similar situation. I don't know. I couldn't really understand that differentiation of those two. Story-wise, you are playing this girl who, after her friend talked about this Onryo, then she got nightmares, so she wanted to see him, and then she ends up in the demon's realm or dimension or something, or at least according to her friend, that's what happened. And then you just need to escape. So I don't see that as like, I think that storyline is kind of interesting. I kind of like it. There are two things though that I noticed with this game. One is that there are a few spelling mistakes. So it could have been good for the developer to read through like all of the dialogues, especially like in the text where they translated the Japanese to English, because there was a few times where the name of the person is spelled differently in two different places. Like her friend Hakaru, I think that was his name. In one place is Hakarau or Hakaurau or something like that, and then it's Hakaru in another one. So that like there is a different spelling for the same person in two different places. So that could have been good. And then there was a spelling mistake that I noticed, for example, for until. That was also like misspelled twice. So it could be good to read through that. And the second one, the second point that I want to make, that if you are like me, a achievement hunter, if you want to do the ending, it is gonna take you play through almost a full game to get to the different endings, which in a sense I understand, because where you start, you will have to find an item. And that item can only be found at the very start where the different ending actually starts. And then you have to play through like the whole home section, and then you have to play through the whole mansion section. And then you get to where you can actually select the ending in the hut section. So because of that, I feel like I understand why you start so far back, because you need to get this item to be able to get certain endings. But it would have been a little bit better. Like, what if you could have found that item in the mansion or in the hut, like, so you don't have to restart and play through like almost the whole game again? That would have been nice. But like I said, it is just a note. It's nothing that I felt like it's only gonna be a couple of people that will be affected by that. So I don't see that as a big issue. But it was something for me that is a achievement hunter, because I really don't like playing through games completely. And so like it didn't bother me in that way, but it's a good thing to note. And like I said, the spelling mistakes that could have been avoided. Overall, would I recommend this? I'm genuinely gonna say I'm not completely sure. I think that their other games are so much better, and they've developed so much. This is a good early game. But I think that there's a lot of improvements that can be done to this game, and therefore I'm not completely sure if I would recommend it. I would recommend their other games though. So yeah, maybe not this one, but there are others. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye! Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and if you want to see more content from me, I also do stream on Twitch, where I play a lot of Apex Legends and a lot of similar games like this. I also do post regularly on TikTok and Instagram, so don't forget to follow me on there. Until next time, have a good one. Bye!